Hi everybody, Angie here. Come out and do a make with you guys. I have created a cute little ephemera pouch to go in our journals. It's a great piece to just tuck in, clip in, or it even would be a nice little standalone piece. Very sturdy. I made it out of one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and then I decorated this one with just leftover papers that I had in my inventory, and then I just used some little eyelets and some little twine and little bits and pieces to decorate. Very cute, very thin, very sturdy. It's got 1, 2, 3 pockets on this side. Then when you flip it over, it's got a really nice large side tuck pocket on the back side, and I just put in a little notepad with just a few little pieces of paper there. That gets tucked in right there. I've got a little journal card, a small slender tag in this pocket, and then a larger journaling card tag in that pocket, and then the same one with this. They're both constructed exactly the same, except just use different papers. And on this one, I just did like a little braid, like a kind of like you would tie your shoes on this one, to where on this one I just used some brads. I used 3 brads on this one, matching brad on the little journal card on this one. Then when you flip it over, I did 2 brads along the top on this one. Again, this has got a little notepad and just some different papers is all I did. So just a little bit different look, but same construction. So I thought we would make one together today. Very easy project, very fun to do. And on this one, I thought we would bring in, I've used all my scrap paper, so I'm gonna have to start with fresh papers on this one. So I've brought in, and I thought we'd use black on this one, because the digitals that I have are kind of a pastel-y pale pinks and purples and such. And this is just a leftover kit that I have. And honestly, I don't remember where I got it from. I want to say it's one of my Facebook groups, and I think it is Junk Journal Craft and Chat, I want to say, but I'm not for sure. But if I can remember and do a search, I will put it in the link below. But it's just a free digital kit that they provide for being a member for you to create with. Very cute, very nice. And this one's kind of a religious themed, but we're not going to use it for that. I just really love the florals and just the brightness of it for spring and summer. So I thought we would use some of these pages. Okay. And then of course it's got journaling cards, it's got tags, it's got tickets. So it's got enough pieces for you to make yourself a nice junk journal. It's got envelope and some little tabs, and there's your journal pages, and then some blank pages. So we won't use all of these, but we'll use a couple of them, couple 3. Okay, so let's start with the construction on this. We're going to try and move quickly and get this done all in one video. Okay, it's very easy. We may not get it completely decorated and all the bits and bobs in it, but we'll get the construction, get the general process going so you know how to do it. Okay. So we're going to bring in my scoreboard. Alrighty, we're going to put our 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in landscape mode. And let me grab my score tool. Okay, and we are going to score it at 2 inches, 6.5 inches. Okay, and that's it for that. Okay. And then from there, I'm just gonna move this just for a moment. We're gonna bring it back in just a moment, but I just wanna crease those lines. We're gonna burnish those score lines that we just made. And we're gonna check, okay, because this is gonna fold in, and see how that kind of buckles. So sometimes we're going to trim off just a hair off of that, so that will fold over nice. Or we don't really even need to do that. We can just kind of push that over, actually. There. That's all we really need to do, just so that lays down nice and snugly. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, like that. So we're going to score it at 2 inches and 6.5. So the project when we're done is going to be 4.5 by 8. Okay, so now that we've got the 2 score lines made, we're going to bring our score board back in, and now we're going to trim it down a little bit as well as do our diagonal cut. Okay, I did no measurements there, just kind of eyeball it, figure out where you want to do that cut. And from there we are going to do from the middle score line, that 6.5 mark, we're going to start at that edge, and we're just going to do a cut down to that 2-inch line right there. Okay, and that's why I brought my scoreboard back in. Okay, and we are just going to kind of just say, oh, that looks good about right there. And you're just going to give that a score. Okay, just like so. And then we're going to remove that right there. Okay, right on that score line, down to that cut you made. Okay, and we're going to remove that piece just like that. So that's what we've got. Okay, now we have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I probably should have done this before we cut that off, but it's not a big deal. I like it to be 8 inches just so it fits nicely in our journals, because normally our journals are about 8.5, and we want this to fit in nicely. So I'm just going to fold that over and we are going to trim it down, and we can trim it off the top or the bottom, either one, and I'm just going to trim it down to 8 inches. Okay, just like that. Okay, so we've just removed 2 small pieces just like that. Okay, so now we can move our scoreboard. So here's the piece, our construction of our piece, just like that. So it's going to fold over like that, okay? So now we're going to do our decorating and layering on all the pieces, all the sides that we need to before we close it up. We're going to build our pockets and our tabs and everything that we need, okay? So this piece here is this pocket here. We're going to have to make an additional layering for this slot here and make a small little pocket. Okay, so that's where I brought in the second piece of 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Okay, and I do believe this was about 2.5 or 2 3/4 inches, I think. Let me see. Oh, it's right about 3 inches. Okay, so let's bring our scoreboard in one more time, and we're going to cut a piece 3 inches in length. Okay. And then since we know this is 3 inches and we want a pocket to fit in there, let's cut another one about, let's say 2.5. Okay. And that's what we have left, and we can use that for our tag, our journal card, and so forth on there. Okay. So now what I'm going to have to do is we are going to line this up. All I did, keep it really simple. Line this up right on the edge. I flipped it over. I grabbed a pencil and I just did a trace on that diagonal cut right there, and I just did a hand cut right on that line. Or actually on the inside of your pencil line, so it fits right up next to there. Okay, and there we have it. So that will be our side pocket there. Okay, then we're going to need our little front pocket, and then again I didn't measure, just kind of guess. Let's go about there, and I just snip. Okay, and I grabbed a circle punch. give ourselves a little thumb pull, and that will be our pocket. Now we're done to do our layering. Okay, that's where our digital papers come in. And I also grabbed some book page. I thought maybe we'd do a little collage, like kind of a little half and half, and have a little vintage doily here. Maybe we can do, even though we got some brightness, bring in a little bit of a vintage feel to it. Summer vintage feel, I like that with the flowers. Let's see. I like that edge there. Maybe we can get some of that one. I like that one for the edge. Okay, that's plenty to start with. All right, let's see what we've got here. Let's start with this one. Now, this is a 2-inch here, and I just saw that. I think that would look really pretty right there. So we're going to cut that down, and I'm going to bring in my cutter for that. And I'm just going to, since I have a line here already, and the decorating part, of course, is definitely up to you, however you see fit. So I just want that to be a little bit shy of 2 inches, because I do want the outer edge of the black to show through and stand out. Maybe about there. Let's see how that's going to look. Maybe trim just a hair more off. I'm going to bring in my ruler for that in my finger blade. And I just want a hair. Okay, and we want that to be 8 inches. So let me trim that down to 8 inches. Or a hair shy of 8, should I say. Okay, and that should fit right in there. Still a little long. Let me just trim off a little bit more. Looks good to me. Okay, grab my glue stick. I'm going to start sticking some papers down. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Enjoying this beautiful weather. It's finally getting nice. We've been having a little bit of rain. I don't know how that's across the board as far as the rain goes, but we've been having little sprinkles and showers every day, which is nice. Okay, that does look nice along that black. Okay, so that's the back side. Now this is that side. Let's get that layered. And that is not going to fit, but it will work on this piece. No sense in wasting. So we'll go ahead and use this. So let's cut that down. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Trim it down. Hope for the best. Hopefully I have a steady hand. See if that will fit right inside. And it does. I just got to trim a hair off of the bottom. Okay. And like I said, just to have a little bit of a vintage feel, I thought we'd bring in a little bit of book page, maybe just kind of it's kind of layering it. And a jagged, let me kind of straighten it up just a bit. We can bring that in a little bit there. Bring a little ink. Okay. And I have a piece of wax paper here. Excuse me. Let's use that for gluing. Put that down. Oh, we didn't get that straight. Let's see if I can salvage that. Sometimes you have a second or two. Yay. Let's try that again. Let me turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing. Much better. Okay. Okay. All right. Now this can go down on here. Very nice. Okay. That's kind of a jagged cut right there. I'm just going to clean that up and give it a nice clean, crisp cut there. Looks like my paper trimmer is a little, the blade needs to be replaced. Cutting kind of jagged. Okay, there we go. So that is our pocket there. And then we've got our pocket to go on top of here. And again, that's a little bit jagged. see if I can just clean that up with my scissors. Okay. And then another piece of paper here. Trim that up. I just want a little bit of a border all the way around, so I'm just trying to accommodate for that. There we go. Okay, and then I gotta recut the thumb pull here. Okay. Okay, and that will be our top pocket. Very nice, I like that. Okay, so let's get that glued down. Let me put the lid on this temporarily. Let's bring in some wet glue. Center that. Very nice. Okay. That will go there. We've got that piece. Now we need to line this piece. So let's get a piece of paper for that. I think I said I wanted to go with maybe this one. Yeah, I like that. I am just going to trace and cut. Okay. Trim off just a hair. Again, I just want a little bit of black peeking out. Much better, okay? And once this gets glued down, you won't see this part. So if you don't want to run your paper all the way down to the bottom, you don't have to save on paper. You want to just cut yourself a half a piece, you know, about or 3/4 of a way down. You can do that as well. Okay. Totally up to you. Because once we close this pocket and this pouch up, that won't be seen anyway. Oops. Trying to stay in frame for you here. Got a little bit of a clutter going. Alrighty. Alrighty. So that's going to wrap around like so. And again, I see that little bit of a jagged edge. Let's see if I can clean that up just a bit. Okay, yeah, it's better. Okay, so there we got that. And we've got our pocket to go on top of there. Now, if you want to do any holes or hole punching and do any extra grommets or eyelets, you want to do that now to this piece before you close this up. And I did that on this one, and then I just did brads on this one. So on this one, I thought we'd do just a little bit of a different look. I'm not going to do any holes, so I won't have to do any hole punching. I thought we'd just do some bling on this one. So let's see, I think we need to bring in a little bit more of the book page. So we need to put some paper here. And I think that's a lot going on. So let's bring the book page in. There. Yes. Okay. So let's measure out a piece for there. And all I'm going to do on that is, again, I'm just going to line up my edges. Best I can there. Use my pencil. Do a trace where I need to cut it. See how well I did. Pretty good. Just need to trim a little bit more off the bottom. A little bit more. Okay, bring a little ink in. Let's just see how that's going to look. I like it. All right, let's move some of this out of our way, or I'm going to be knocking everything over. this down. Okay. Now we're ready to put our pocket down, and we're just going to glue it on the 3 sides like you normally would in any other pocket. I'm going to hold this up so I can get it straight. There we go. And down we go. Make sure we got a good adhesion there. And I got a teeny bit of overage on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. Just a little sliver. It's all in the details, right? Okay, so there we go. Looks good there. Flip it over, looks good there. Now if you want, we can add something on this side. Let's see, do we have any book page left? I think we used, that was the only piece of that book page I had. We could go with something a little bit lighter. Let's see what I've got here. Let me see. Let's cut a piece off. I'm thinking, I kind of like those little designs right there. I'm going to try to capture those. So, cut it about there. Do my tracing again. I was thinking about leaving this backside blank because I think I did on the other one. No, I didn't. This one I did, and one I did and one I didn't. Let's see. It's not too bad. I kind of like that. I don't know, for some reason I like that little bit of a different. So to clean that up on the bottom there. Okay, I like that. I would like another piece of book page though, but all out. Could just put like a little hint of a piece. Does it really need it? Does it add anything? Not really. So that's the only piece I have left. That's okay, we will leave that off. Let's line this up and get this down. Okay. And I'm not going all the way to the edge. That's not gonna show once we close up our side tuck pocket anyway. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I like it. Okay. And since we're just going to put some bling down. We're ready to close everything up now, okay? So here's what we're looking at as far as our layered pieces. Now we're ready to seal everything up, okay? So for this piece, goes down, okay? So we're going to run a bead of glue on the bottom here. Okay, and then for this piece here, it's already closed on this piece, so all we have to do is make sure this open part is closed. So we're going to run a bead of glue along the bottom here. This half portion that's slit, that's the open slit here. Okay, and the top. Line up your pieces, make sure it's nice and straight, and close it up. Give it a press. And voila. That is done, guys. So we've got a piece 4.5 by 8 inches. Isn't that adorable? Side tuck on this side. front, nice big front pocket here, side pocket there, and then just a little small pocket right there. And then any further decorations that you want to do, you can do. So I thought we'd bring in some bling or something. I've got what, some pink and some purple would be good. Blue would even be good. Let's see. I don't think that stands out too well. Let's see. That pink pops really nicely, doesn't it? Let's just do that. We all love some bling. And maybe, let's see. Run 3 there. And if we want to flip it over, we can do okay, let's do something like that. And there we go. Now all we have to do is make our tags and our journal cards, and then we have this piece left over from our second piece of 8.5 by 11, so that would be perfect to do our matching tags and journal cards. And what I did with this is that's where I came in and I used the extra piece to make the little back piece here. But we will utilize this and do 2 pieces. We'll cut this down to about there. Let's go about that big. Okay. And we're going to cut this piece down. So we can get 2 out of that. Okay, so then this will be for our little notepad in the back there, and all we got to do is decorate it. You can put some little journaling spots in there, put yourself a small little signature in there like I did with this one. I just did a little small signature. I did a little sew in and did a little small signature on that one. Or you can just do some little journaling spots, whatever you want to do there. And then this will fit in here, which I think it's a little bit long, or is it? Yeah, just a little bit long. So let's just trim that down about 1 inch. And that'll be ready for decorating. Perfect. And then we need a journaling card and then another tag right there. Okay. So let's see what else I've got here. I think I've used... Okay, here's another piece that can be for the journaling, for the tag there. So I'm 1 piece short of a tag, so we'll just have to use these other scraps for that. Okay. So we can use this piece, make ourselves a small journaling card. this wax paper back in for a little assistance. Easy peasy, guys. Just use what you've got. Make some happiness. Since this is a journaling card, we'll go ahead and round the corners. Glue's still a little wet, so a little jagged cut there. Bring a little ink in. Do some light decorating on that. So that will tuck into there. And then just decorating the tags here. And we're kind of out of time on that, but the decorating part you guys get. You can just pretty much do it any way you see fit. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop there. You guys get the gist. You've got the construction. Basically, for the construction of it, all you need is one 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, folded and cut 2 inches. Remember, the first score line is at 2 inches, then at 4.5 inches. Do yourself a diagonal slit cut there for that pocket, and then just decorate it and close it up. And the decorating, just have fun with it. Make it just as simple or as elaborate as you want. Use the extra pieces to make yourself a little notepad to put in the back. Make yourself a couple tags, a little journaling card, and of course it will hold more. You could fit 2 or 3 pieces in there very easily. This one, this pocket is a little snug, a little tight. Only 1 piece will probably go in there. You can fit more than 1 piece in this pouch here. Very cute, very fun. Here's the couple I made off camera. And we didn't even get around to using these ones. Okay. So let me kind of take away. Here's the couple that we made off camera, just to give yourself a different look of each one. And then here's the one that we made together. Okay, very fun, very cute. I hope you like the project, guys, today. Please hit that subscribe button, give me a like, leave me a comment. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.